S. Korea fully restores bilateral military information sharing pact with Japan.
Here's a summary of the article.
Seoul, March 21. South Korea on Tuesday fully restored its military intelligence sharing pact with Tokyo, the foreign ministry said, as part of efforts to thaw long-frozen ties following a recent bilateral summit. South Korea sent an official letter to Japan earlier in the day via diplomatic channels informing of its decision to fully restore the General Security of Military Information Agreement between the neighbors, the ministry said. Signed in 2016, GSOMIA was seen as a rare symbol of security cooperation between Seoul and Tokyo before the former administration of President Moon Jae-in decided to terminate it in 2019 in protest of Japan's export restrictions against South Korea. The decision to suspend the pact was later put on hold, but the amount of information sharing between the neighboring countries is thought to have been limited, as their relations remain strained over disputes stemming from Japan's colonial rule. Through the measure, our government has eliminated policy-related uncertainty regarding GSOMIA, securing a foothold for strengthening cooperation in military information between South Korea and Japan, as well as among South Korea, the US and Japan, the ministry said. A foreign ministry official said the measure was made, in consideration of the reality, that cooperation with Japan and other countries is necessary to deal with ever-growing nuclear and missile threats from North Korea. The defense ministries and other relevant authorities in South Korea and Japan will further accelerate the necessary cooperation whenever the North threatens with nuclear weapons or missiles, he told reporters on the customary condition of anonymity.
This post received a score of 8,200, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
When was the last time South Korea willingly fully shared their military intelligence with Japan? Genuine question, as I was under the impression that they'd never done this at all.
The pact was terminated in 2019.
I wouldn't be surprised if even stronger military pacts start appearing as the years go on. With China intent on taking back Taiwan even militarily, an expansion of island territory, man-made or natural, the whole Pacific is going on to be on edge.
We are starting to see a lot of bilateral agreements between nations, mostly military in nature. Two sides are starting to form and it's making me nervous.
Starting, the world has been Russia, China, NK, and sometimes India vs everyone else for a while now. The Middle East in general is its own mess though.
China and India will never be allies barring an alien invasion, and even then, the CCP would probably still try to retain their massive control.
The West and Soviets were, even though one side had attempted to prevent the other from winning the Civil War. Alliances aren't built on friendship, but on interests.
I believe there's a quote somewhere actually where the US and Soviets had an agreement to work together in the event of an alien invasion.
It was a casual exchange between Reagan and Gorbachev.
The more integrated Korean, American, and Japanese forces are, the better it will be for them to counter Chinese or North Korean attacks, and plan offensive actions.
Thanks God at least this one won't be on Europe. We are pretty tired of WW, Cold Wars, Hot Wars, walls and alike.
Gotta get those important daily updates from the northern border. Day 136. The North Korean soldiers are still staring at us when we eat lunch.
More like day 26,567.
Glad to see some progress on this.
Encircling China in the process.
Sorta. This is just undoing the damage caused back in 2019 when they terminated the sharing agreement.
This is the right thing to do. There is a lot of historical baggage here, but they have a shared future against a larger monster than their shared history.
Yay! Our allies are cooperating more.
A lot of Chinese propaganda and fake accounts trying to keep South Korea and Japan apart. Edit, there were like 30 comments under mine, most of which were in support of what I said. Now, there are only 2, as all the rest have magically disappeared, both of which remain or were intentionally left there, just so happen to be arguing against my comment, which as of this moment has been upvoted 80+ times. Interesting.
Good. It's high time we stand up to bullies like China and Russia. Delusional dictatorships.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.